It's me, Juicy J, and we are back with Honestly Juicy. And are you guys hungry? Because for the past 4 months, COVID has been having me eat at home, and I'm ready to eat from my favorite food truck. Can you guess which one? And here we are doing an interview with the Colombian Hot Dog. I come to this Colombian Hot Dog food truck every week. I know I don't eat meat, but this is the one time that I would eat meat, and it's worth every single thing. This is Juan, the owner, CEO, the person who discovered this whole food truck. So, hello.
How you doing?
I'm great. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, first of all, yes, I do own the business, but it is a family business. A lot of us, have come together for a lot of years to see what we have today. So a lot of credit goes out to the people who are behind me. A lot of people, not just them, but the whole family is behind. So I'll make sure I, give them credit because this wouldn't be possible without them.
All right, so I don't know if you're aware of the show, but we do 5-minute interviews with a twist. So what we're going to be doing is they're going to be making some Colombian hot dogs for us. In 5 minutes, obviously, they said that they can make it faster, but we're not going to waste some food, even though I'll eat the whole thing, but it's okay. So, are you ready for the interview?
Yeah.
All right, so we have 5 minutes on the clock. I will be doing it on my watch. And here we go. So, how did the Colombian Hot Dog food truck come to life?
Well, just hot dogs in general have been something that I've liked since I was very young. I was born and raised in Colombia, in Medellin. And since very young, I remember just being 9 years old, and with my cousins going up to the nearest corner store where they sell these Colombian hot dogs. We didn't know any better. These are the hot dogs that we've always seen, so I didn't know that there was the American or the different types of dogs. So I kind of grew up with that. Then coming to the U.S. at the age of 12, I missed out on a lot of that. I would go back to Colombia, and of course, the first thing I'm looking for is fast food, burgers, hot dogs. And there is a distinct taste to it. There's a distinct look to them, and they are different, which is why they're called the Colombian hot dog.
So obviously, you guys don't only sell Colombian hot dogs, but that is like the most popular item, I would say.
We started off with Colombian hot dogs. There was an event that happened over 10, 12 years ago at Kennedy Stadium. I happened to be working at Kennedy Stadium, and I was lucky enough to be told about the game. Prior, there was a soccer match between these two Colombian teams. And since no one else was vending, I kind of had the insight of who's vending here. And then they said no one. I said, I'm going to sell Colombian hot dogs. It was by halftime that the whole inventory, 500 hot dogs, were sold.
Wow.
And that's kind of like the aha moment for us when we said, okay, we can make something out of this, not just for the day, but let's see what else we can do. We eventually then moved on. My aunt has a restaurant. My family has a restaurant on Park Avenue where we then, during the weekends, we would start to just offer hot dogs. And again, we saw that the feedback from a lot of people was positive. Then we started modifying the hot dog itself. How should it go? What are the best things that we should keep, or take away? And, here we are 10, 12 years later with what has remained as the Colombian hot dog.
So what made you want to have this food truck here? Like you said, you did it in Kennedy Stadium, but what made you want to bring it to Bridgeport or in Connecticut in general?
Well, this is our home city. We live in Bridgeport, raised after the age of 12. Like I said, my whole family lives in Bridgeport. We wouldn't have it any other place. We knew that the best crowd for this type of food would be maybe southern state of the part of the state, Norwalk. There's a big Colombian crowd in Norwalk and in Stanford. However, again, this is our home, and we started just to open it here. And since we had such a good response, we thought, let's keep ourselves. Let's stay here. We do travel to Norwalk. We've been going there for 3 years, so we do get a chance to go down to to other cities, and we do events also in catering. So we get a chance to travel.
And now, because of COVID, things had to change. I know you guys were doing it Fridays in Norwalk, Saturdays in Bridgeport, but now you guys have expanded your days in the food truck, right? When you guys are selling?
So COVID actually gave us a lot of time to reflect on the business and not rush into the season so fast as we usually do in March or February, March. We're already kind of getting permits and stuff. It kind of gave us a chance to sit back and figure out locations. Where else can we go? what can we do? How can we offer people a way for them to show up to our business and still have a chance to, for example, stay socially distant? We moved up to near Sacred Heart. We're next to the Discovery Museum at the disc golf course, and that seemed to work out a lot because people do get a chance to stay out, socially distant. It's a nice open area for them to be. And again, just different ideas of how this long, more extended version of us has come up.
So you guys don't only sell Colombian hot dogs. You guys have this burger. What's the maicito? Right? I said it right this time. Maicitos. The patacon,
which is tostones, right?
Tostones, like tostones. And then the arepas and salchipapas, which is literally
salchicha and papa.
Yeah,
which
salchicha
is
and
sausage
papa.
And fries.
There we go. And then, so you guys do this Wednesday through Saturday, but you guys also have something on Wednesdays, right?
So we do this is our menu. So we will always have this, or at least we try to have it. Being a food truck, we sometimes, underextend ourselves, and we may not have something at the end of the night. We try to have as much as possible, but yes, this is our menu. On Wednesdays, we do extend our hours. As opposed to starting later in the day, we start from 11 in the morning to 7 at night. And the reason for us to do that is because we have a special guest on Wednesdays.
Where is he? Dun, dun, dun. We have Mr. Chef Louis Vega.
What's up, guys?
Louis, pretty much is our cousin. He's been around my family for a long, long time. We've known him for a very long time. Since growing up, kind of Colombians kind of start to know each other.
You guys I think every Colombian knows each other. They're like brother,
I think especially those who've been in the city for 20 years or more. Mm-hmm. We've kind of grew up as a community. There's a lot of new Colombians, a lot of new blood. We love that the Colombian community is growing here, but there is a specific crew that's been here for a lot of years. Obviously, and his family and our family has been part of that.
And Louis, what made you want to do like Chef Louis Vega Wednesdays here at the food truck?
Well, Juancho's been pitching it to me for a while. Like, yo, me and him have just been going at it. Like, yo, we either got to collab, we got to do something. And it was only right. Once he pitched it to me, he was like, yo, I got a perfect day for you. Like,
and how has it been?
Amazing. Like, it is insane. Like, it was already insane at my house, me selling food out of my house, and now at the food truck with his clientele, and then my people, and then the people at the location where we at is just crazy. So, like, last week I did a chopped cheese, and so we sold 60 sandwiches from 11 till 3. So yes, all 60 sandwiches. So,
what do you have to say is the best experience about doing the Colombian hot dog for Louis and yourself? What was like the best experience you guys have had?
Me personally, just getting a chance to working with him and kind of being able to pick at his brain, and we have a little inside scoop of how he works. So that's, for me, just that in itself is a learning experience, and we try to grow as much as we can. Obviously, just wanting to help each other out from my end. Hey, this is how you can grow with me. It's kind of like what I said to him, and he was obviously on the same page, and I think that's why we clicked, and that's why working together for this past few weeks has been working out.
And you guys have also, you have been doing your stuff at home. You did street style food, right?
Yeah.
And you don't focus it just on like Colombia. You do like all kinds of food.
Things,
okay.
Yeah.
So that's what you sell on Wednesdays, all types of food.
Yeah, so Wednesdays, we don't try to, every Wednesday we do something different. So the first Wednesday on the food truck, it was, what we did? I forgot what.
Buffalo.
Yeah, it was the buffalo, it was a grilled cheese, buffalo chicken grilled cheese with tater tots. Was it? Yeah, tater tots. Then the second week was the Cuban sandwich, was ballistic too, and then the third week, last week, was the chopped cheese, which is a New York staple, New York bodega.
And then this week you're doing the birria tacos, but this will already be released on Friday after it. But I'm gonna be there and I'll put it on my story, so we'll go with that.
This will be my 5th time doing those tacos, and people already.
I'm excited. Crazy. I already got my pre-order in, guys.
Pre-orders, yeah. That's the thing nowadays. It's like the food game is getting like the sneaker game. Like, especially, I don't want to be sound cocky like that, but like I tell people, like, if you want to get my food, you have to pre-order, because the amount of people that hit me up, and I just shop. I don't buy a whole bunch of stuff. Like when I sell food out of my house, I just buy what I know that I'm gonna sell, so I don't have a overload of
That's
food
what you sell
and
out.
go bad. Yeah, so it's just
And
the best way to do it too.
last question for all of you guys, because you guys all work at the Colombian Hot Dog. You guys have done it as a family, even at your family's restaurant. What's the best thing a customer has had? I know you guys have served to J Balvin at his concert at the Barclays Center, which is huge. What's like the best thing someone has ever told you guys about the food? Because I'm excited to try it.
Now, I get a lot of feedback, positive feedback, and one of the things that I get a lot of is from people from Colombia, which is what kind of hits me the most. You know, that's kind of like what I pride in someone who lived in Colombia their whole life and comes to me and says, this burger tastes like
Home.
down the street from where I live. You know, this burger reminds me of me going out with my boyfriend or, you know, the girlfriend out to have a burger in Colombia. So I think that's kind of like the best feedback that I get. And again, it goes back to the burger, from the burger to the hot dog.
What about you guys?
Since day one, I always said that arepa would be the best seller. And to this day, I still think that arepa is going to be the best seller. I don't know. I don't think we keep track of what we sell the most, but I know a lot of people come back for the arepas. Like, the arepas, A1.
What about you, Pablo?
I pretty much get good feedback on everything that we sell. Something that I've fell in love with
He already ate one, by the way.
is the new maicitos. Yeah, it's basically like a corn with a special cream that we have full of cheese and our special sauces, and then we have whatever choice of meat you want. So if you want chicken, we can hook it up with chicken. If you want beef, we can hook it up with beef. I don't eat corn, but this is my favorite thing on the menu. So.
And that's coming from someone who doesn't like corn. Especially for me, I don't like meat. And I literally, the first day you guys started selling the Colombian hot dogs this season, I was just like, I called my boyfriend. I'm like, hello, let's go get some Colombian hot dogs. And Louis, what about you? Because since you've been around with them for so long, what have you heard is the best thing about working here, or the best feedback you've heard about the food?
I mean, to me, like, well, when I explain the hot dog to people, because people were like, what the heck is a Colombian hot dog? Like, what is a Colombian hot dog? And then I explain to them, you know, all the components and what makes a Colombian hot dog. And then when they try it, they're like,
It's
Maybe speechless.
they're like, what the hell? Like, pineapple sauce, ketchup and mayonnaise, fried cheese, coleslaw.
It's bomb. It's
But
bomb.
it binds together so crazy. And then after a while, like, if you see the amount of people, like when, especially on a block party, I know it's a party, but the amount of the culture that's out there buying the Colombian food is just ballistic. Like, yo, everybody's eating it. You got everybody eating this food. I think, like, even my food, like, people pull up and people that at first I didn't think will, you know, try the food are just like stuck on stupid with the food.
I'm just excited to try this. So thank you guys so much for being on my show. The first people to come back after COVID. Yay! I appreciate you guys so much. Like I said, you guys have seen me at the Colombian Hot Dog. I literally go every week. I get something for literally my mom, who just recently tried a Colombian Hot Dog and an arepa. Yes, she loves both. My boyfriend loves the Colombian hot dogs. My friends come from Hamden. They come from far in Connecticut to try this. So I'm really excited to show you guys, like, well, have you guys see me eat it and let you guys know what I think, because I haven't tried everything here. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you.